All right, so if you've never spent any time on the command line, you know that feeling, right? You need a little more power. Today, we're diving into the commands that grant you those superpowers, su and sudo, and we're going to figure out which one you should be using and, why it even matters.
Oh yeah, we've all been there. You're following a tutorial, you're all set to install some cool new software, you hit enter, and bam, permission denied. It's that universal moment of frustration, but hey, it's actually a good thing. That's just your system doing its job, protecting you from, well, yourself. Today, we're going to solve that problem for good.
Okay, so how do we get past that pesky permission denied message? Well, think of it like you need a special key to unlock the system's full potential. In your computer, it actually gives you 3 different ones to choose from. Let's explore each one and find the right key for the job.
First up, we've got the classic, the original, su. Think of this as the old-school skeleton key. It's been around forever, the OG way of becoming the all-powerful root user on your system.
Then we have a much more modern key, sudo-i. I kind of think of this one as the clean slate key. It's way safer and gives you a totally fresh start as the root user with no baggage from your regular account.
And rounding out our set of keys is sudo-s. Let's call this the familiar key. It's another safe modern option, but the cool thing here is that it lets you keep all your current settings. It makes being a super user feel a bit more like home, you know?
Okay, so we've met our 3 keys. Let's start by taking a much closer look at that first one, the old key, su-t. We're going to figure out what it does, and more importantly, why it's probably not the one you want on your keychain for everyday use.
So, what's su- all about? It basically lets you substitute user and just become root, straight up. It's simple, it works, and you'll see it a lot on older servers. But, and this is a big but, for your own laptop, it's got a major catch. And here it is, the big flaw. su doesn't ask for your password. It asks for the root user's password. Now, why is that a problem? Well, it means there's a separate all-powerful password floating around on your system. If anyone ever gets their hands on that one password, it's game over. They have total control. That's exactly why, for your day-to-day stuff, it's really not the way to go anymore. So, if the old key is kind of rusty and a bit of a security risk, what should we be using? Let's turn to our 2 modern, safe keys, sudo-i and sudo-s. Time for a head-to-head comparison. Okay, this chart lays it all out beautifully. Look, both commands get you to the same place. You become root, and you do it safely. And here's the crucial part. They both ask for your password. So much better, right? The real difference, the thing you need to remember, is the environment. Sudo-i gives you that clean slate we talked about. It's like walking into a brand new, empty office. But sudo-s, that keeps all your personal settings, so it's more like working from your familiar home office. All right, we've looked at the old key, we've compared the new keys, so what's the verdict? Which one should you actually be using? Well, it really boils down to one simple rule, especially if you're just getting your feet wet with this stuff. And here it is. This is the big takeaway for today. When you find yourself needing to run a bunch of commands that need admin powers, one after the other, just use sudo-i. Simple as that. It's safe, it's clean, and honestly, it's just the modern recommended way to do things.
Okay, so knowing the rule is one thing, but actually seeing it in practice, that's where it really clicks. So let's walk through what a nice, safe root session actually looks like, from the moment you start to the moment you finish.
It's really just a simple 3-step dance. Step 1, you start. Type sudo-i, hit enter, and then put in your own password. Easy. Step 2, you do the work. You run those powerful commands, like updating your system. And step 3, and listen, this is absolutely the most critical part. You finish by typing exit. That brings you right back to the safety of your normal user account. Done and dusted.
Look, I'm going to say this again because it is that important. The most vital command in this whole process is exit. Seriously, leaving a root shell open is, well, it's like leaving the keys in a running bulldozer in the middle of a crowded street. Something bad is bound to happen. You always want to close that door behind you and get back to being a normal user. It'll save you so much potential heartache.
So you've got this down now, right? You know how to safely become the super user when you need to. But what happens if you get a phone call, you get distracted, you come back to your terminal and you can't remember? Who are you right now? Are you the normal user or are you still the all-powerful root? How do you check? That little bit of situational awareness is absolutely key, and that's exactly what we're going to cover in our very next explainer. See you then.